Mushoku Tensei is, of course, returning for a third season. I am not surprised, and I'm sure a lot of you are wondering if I am excited about Mushoku Tensei returning after my reaction on the previous stream to some developments that have happened at the end of Mushoku Tensei Season 2. Meltdown? He had a meltdown? He was molding? No. Guys, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I feel like I was cool, calm, and collected, and I felt like I was spewing out my opinions in a calm manner, like the Buddhist and like the monk that I am. I can keep my emotions in control, guys. That was a calm stream, guys. But to answer the question, yes, of course, I am still excited for Mushoku Tensei to come back in the third season. I'm sure a lot of you were wondering what my opinion was after the final episode, since after my little moment in the previous stream, that was filmed before the final episode had aired because I was flying off to America and I had AX. After watching the final episode, it has been a few weeks since I've seen it now, so my memory isn't as fresh as when I did that previous stream, but I would say that some of the worries that I had were definitely rectified, and some still left me feeling a bit about everything. I will say Norn is the fucking goat. Yo, I feel like a lot of people would have been left with a much more bitter aftertaste in their mouth if Norn wasn't there. I feel like a lot of people would have ended the season with a lot more to say about it. Norn, I feel, was definitely put there. She was the paid actor, she was the audience surrogate, and I feel like her presence was definitely needed to balance things out. Having said that, without doing the same spoiler rant as I previously did on my previous stream, I do think that everything for the scale of everything that happened in the 2 episodes preceding that, I do feel like everything got tied up and resolved very quickly. Especially very quickly compared to Mushoku Tensei standards. One thing that I have always really respected Mushoku Tensei over is when something big happens, they normally really take their time to flesh out what this moment means and the repercussions, or whatever repercussions happen from certain character decisions. And like I have said previously, I have no issue with the direction that the plot went and that the plot has previously gone. My biggest issue that I complained about was the manner in which it was done and kind of like the lack of any consequences to seemingly big character moments or big character decisions. And luckily, Norn was there to soften the blow, but by the end of the episode, it feels like everything that has happened, every big development and every big character moment got resolved and everyone is ready to move on. And I was a bit surprised because I thought that this would linger for a little bit longer. So I'm not sure if this is something that they needed to do because it's the end of season finale, or if this is going to be something that they come back to in later seasons, because I especially feel with some of the characters, they kind of just tied everything up and everyone got along. Even Norn got along with everyone by the end of the season. And I thought that it was going to be a little bit more of a big deal. That's pretty much it. So I will wait to see where the story goes. As always, Mushoku Tensei is, to me, a commitment to long-term storytelling. So I'm not sure if the little things that didn't sit too right with me in this season are going to get addressed. But either way, I'm still very, very excited to see where the third season takes us, because this has always been a long-term commitment for me. One thing I will say is that, I guess I noticed this after my previous stream, I don't know if Mushoku Tensei discourse has gotten a little bit more divided. It almost feels like if you have an opinion on Mushoku Tensei, you need to either really love love everything about it, or you need to be completely against it and kind of just shit on Rudy and shit on like the story that it's telling. And it's just like it's weird seeing the reaction to some of the things I had to say. It was either, oh yeah, fucking hell, yeah, Mushoku Tensei's always been shit, it's always been this power fantasy, and on the other side it's just like, Gigguk fucking fell off, man, he's a fucking Mushoku Tensei hater now, or at least that's what it felt like. And it was weird because I was like, I still fucking love Mushoku Tensei, and part of the thing is that the reason I do fucking love it so much is the reason why I might be a little bit harsher on this than other shows and other isekai, is because I fucking love this so much and I hold it in much higher regards. So even if I do have some criticisms, that doesn't mean I automatically hate it. So, you know, that's just me. It's hard on what you love. Yeah, I know. I mean, Mushoku Tensei is such a beautiful story, and I want it to play out in the most beautiful way possible. And if there's something that feels off, I'm gonna call it out, especially when it's something I love, like everything that I said in the previous stream.